Don't be bullied. Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, who surely is running for president. He has my support so far. I can't think of anyone better, it's for sure. He signed a bill the other day which bans boys from competing in girls' sports. Transgender children. Now, the NC2A, the Bullies, they said if any state passes a bill like this, then we're not going to hold any NC2A events in your state, which is a big deal in Florida, right? Imagine there's a lot of NC2A events happening in Florida. So when DeSantis heard that threat from the NC2A, he called the Speaker of the House in Florida and said, hey, did you hear what the NC2A said? And the speaker's like, yeah, I did. And DeSantis said, well, we definitely got to get this done then. He said, he told this to Tucker Carlson. He said, you can't be cowed by these organizations or woke corporations from doing the right thing. And so my viewpoint the whole time is we got to protect our girls. And so if the price of having a tournament is that I have to deny equal opportunities to hundreds of thousands of young girls and women throughout Florida, I'm much more willing to stand with the girls and to hell with the events. Tucker asked DeSantis if he expects his state to be punished for this bill.
Do you expect to be punished, and do you expect your state to be punished for this?
No, actually, I don't think so, Tucker, because I think what I think we've shown, not just with this, but we did a strong election integrity bill in Florida, actually stronger than Georgia, and we just made it clear. We're standing with our folks. We're going to do the right thing. And so if corporations want to come in and try to bully us around, they are going to go nowhere. It's going to be like hitting their head against a brick wall. The result has been we've had very little to do with that elections bill, and I don't think we're going to have very much to do at this point here because we leaned into it and we stood strong.
So just be confident. Be confident, be strong. Stop being bullied. There's so many people who have backed down. So it's like a bell curve, right? It's a bell curve. So over here you have the crazies who are like these crazy progressives who happen to be in a lot of power. So they have a ton of influence, but there's not many of them. Then you have a large percentage of people who are on that side, but they don't, I mean, they may support it, but they really just support it because they're tricked. It's like the nice thing to do, right? And then you have this giant portion over here of people who don't support it, but they're scared to speak out against it. And then you have a much smaller number down here of people who are very much against it and willing to speak out about it. My goal is to move you from this big category of like, I hate this stuff, but I'm too scared, I'm too cautious, I don't want to come over here and be like, no, I have to speak out against this. There's so many people backing down. Because honestly, if you're in this group who's against it, but not speaking out against it, you might as well be over here with this group who's for it. And really, you're being manipulated and controlled by these small group of lunatics over here. So the only place you can be is over here against it and speaking out against it. So many people are backing down. It's refreshing to see people over here who don't back down. This is out of Virginia. School district passed this rule that all the district teachers have to refer to kids by their new preferred pronouns and all this other stuff. And this gym teacher said, no, I'm not going to do it. And the school suspended him. So he got up at a school board meeting, and this is how you stand up to bullies.
My name is Tanner Cross, and I am speaking out of love for those who suffer with gender dysphoria. 60 Minutes this past Sunday interviewed over 30 young people who transitioned, but they felt led astray because lack of pushback or how easy it was to make physical changes to their bodies in just 3 months. They are now detransitioning. It's not my intention to hurt anyone, but there are certain truths that we must face when ready. We condemn school policies like 80-40 and 80-35 because it will damage children, defile the holy image of God. I love all of my students, but I will never lie to them regardless of the consequences. I'm a teacher, but I serve God first, and I will not affirm that a biological boy can be a girl and vice versa because it's against my religion, it's lying to a child, it's abuse to a child, and it's sinning against our God.
There you go. That's it. It's against my religion, it's lying to a child, it's abusing a child, and it's sinning against our God. There you go. It's nailed it. Right. Now, he got suspended, right? And it's not just because he's against a school policy. He got suspended because he's a heretic. He's a heretic acting out against their religion. Wokeism is a religious doctrine. It's the religious doctrine of the progressive left. And if you speak out against it, you'll be treated as a witch. So this is what happens when someone has the courage to stand up. People join you. So he's fighting back, lawsuits, I'm sure. But local churches have been collecting signatures to recall the board, the school board, which is great. It's awesome, right? That would never have happened if one man didn't stand up. Here's the local pastor. I believe it's his pastor. He said, this school board, some of them are not doing their duty to protect our children, let alone educate our children. They're exposing our kids to sexually explicit materials. They're introducing racially divisive curriculum. They're emotionally abusing our children by perpetuating lies about gender confusion when they affirm pronouns that are contrary to biology, reality, and the beautiful way that God has designed them. The local Democratic Party said that comment there was an incitement of violence. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be bullied?
Wow, that was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like, subscribe, get more.